So how good does a card have to be for it to be automatically banned by the Rules Committee in Commander? Let's find out. What's going on, everybody? Matt here, bringing you a brand new episode of Top Commander. It is 5:30 in the morning. I have spent a lot of time trying to process through what happened yesterday. So on April 2nd, we got the first stream of preview cards for Ikoria Lair Behemoths, which is the newest set that's supposed to be coming out. Alongside with that information, we got an announcement for one of those cards that got spoiled to be banned. So apparently, there was a card that was made. Soon as we get it spoiled, before anybody can build a deck tech on it or anything, the Rules Committee decided to ban it. So obviously, the Rules Committee must have had some kind of information about this card being a thing before the spoiler season. But how good is this card, really? Like, let's really kind of look at this thing. So the culprit is Lutri the Spell Chaser. It's a 3/2 legendary creature, Elemental Otter. That's an interesting creature type. The mana cost on it is 1 and 2 hybrid Izzet mana, which is red and blue. The companion criteria is your starting deck has to have each non-land card has a different name. And in the parentheses, it's something about if you choose this card as your companion, you may cast it from outside the game. It has flash, and the other ability on it is whenever it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, copy target instant or sorcery you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Okay, so apparently the whole reason why this card got banned is because of the companion effect on this thing. So the way companion works is each one has a different setup, a different criteria. You have to have your deck set up a specific way in order for you to be able to use this card as a companion, and it essentially gives you 101 cards in Commander. Now, you only get one companion card, and that's it. So you can't do like multiple companions and be able to go crazy with that. You only get one, and you cast it from outside the game. Now, this is not a sideboard or anything like that. It's just off to the sidelines. Think of it as like a second command zone, I guess. But it's not really a commander, so when you play it from the outside the game, it's now in the game. The way that it works from there is just like a normal card in a game of Magic. You can bounce it to your hand, shuffle it into the deck, goes to the graveyard. If it gets exiled, it's gone. You only cast it from outside the game one time. That's it. Now, this one in particular, there's a lot of controversy on this because a lot of people are worried about it being a cute looking otter. Why can't I just play it as a commander? Well, they don't have separate ban lists. It's one ban list. It's either on it or it's not. There's no ban as companion, ban as commander. None of that anymore. Make it simple. It's one ban list. Fair enough. Now, if you look at the other creatures that got revealed with the companion mechanic on them as well, their criteria is very, very different. So, Garuda Doom of Depths, his companion ability criteria is that each non-land card in your deck has to have an even CMC. So that's definitely something you have to build around to be able to use it. Which is kind of cool, actually. I like the design space for these. If you wanted to use a companion in Commander, you have to have all those criteria met. Now, the reason why Lutri was specifically banned in Commander before it got released, it's the easiest companion to pull off, bottom line. If you have any deck in Commander that runs red and blue, If it doesn't have multiple copies of Persistent Petitioner, uh, Shadowborn Apostle, and there's a couple of rat cards that have the same line of text where you can have any number of them in your deck. If you don't run anything like that, whatever decks you have that are red and blue can use Lutri automatically. There's no building around it. You build a commander deck, Lutri's automatically in there if it's red and blue, or any combination. 5-color decks, whatever. So, why was it banned then? Is it that powerful? It's good, but is it that powerful? Not in my opinion. It's not on the level of Paradox Engine good. What it is the fact that it's a card that you don't have to build around for this companion effect. The others you have to build around that. If you want to use them, you have to build your deck around it. This one has the easiest one. It has Commander written all over it. Each non-land card has a different name. That's it. It goes in every Commander deck, essentially. So the reason why it was banned is because it's completely ubiquitous. If you have a Commander deck, if you're in red and blue, you now have a 101 card deck automatically. There's no reason not to run it. Yes, it runs very good with Spellslinger decks. Guess what Spellslingers you typically run in their colors? Red and blue. Typically. Not to mention, how many commander decks don't run instants and sorceries? Not that many, especially if you're in red and blue. So, this card just changes everything. Every card that is red and blue now has a fork ready to go. You can't thought seize it. You can't make them discard it out of their hand. You can't shuffle it back into their deck until they've cast it from outside the game. So is the card that powerful? It's a fork on a body, sure. It's just Dualcaster Mage. That's all it really is. It comes down to being a Dualcaster Mage that's for your own instants and sorceries. Is it good? Absolutely. Is it Paradox Engine levels of bad? No. Not in my opinion. So, the whole idea of this card being banned is the fact that it would be completely ubiquitous. We've seen bans like this before in the past with Prophet of Krufix. If you were in blue and green with a creature-style deck, you run Prophet of Krufix when it was legal. It was running around everywhere. Paradox Engine, not only was it very powerful, it was also very ubiquitous as well. If you had access to mana rocks in your strategy, if you had access to mana dorks in your strategy, and was able to just go off, storm off, produce infinite amount of mana and everything, yes, you ran it, right? So then there's the whole thing of, well, if it's a card that would be an auto-include, why not ban Sol Ring? Okay, is Sol Ring necessarily ending the game for people? Not really. Prophet of Krufix? Definitely was. Paradox Engine? Definitely was. This card, it could be a game ender under the right circumstances. I'm not going to dive too much into how much combo mess you have to get into to do that. But it's also... I could see Cyclonic Rift being banned before Sol Ring. But at the same time, Cyclonic Rift's not that bad. Because you could... all you do is hold up a counterspell for it. Or don't overcommit to the board. You know, if it's going to blow you out that much. Oh, I spent all this mana and I don't have the mana available to recast everything. Don't overcommit. There's a line where certain things just don't need to be a thing. Lutri is one of those in Commander specifically. Sol Ring, is it good? Yes. Does it go in most decks? About 99% of them, sure. But it's in the deck. You have to draw the card. This starts as another card in your opening hand, but it's outside the game. That's why this card is being banned. So, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the rules committee is wrong. Maybe they overlooked this. Maybe they jumped the gun and just decided to ban it right away for no reason. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. And let's talk it out. Let's see what we can find, and maybe we'll find out that it's not really ban worthy. We'll have to see. But until then, if you like this video or any other videos I upload, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to find out when I post a new video. Share this video with any of your friends, family, anybody that you know that would enjoy content like this. And if you wish to support the channel directly, be sure to check out the website for patreon.com/topcommander, capital T, capital C. We'll have that right here on the screen. But until then, take it easy, and we'll see you next time.